Hello everyone, this is Mr. Random Entity and we are watching another great StarCraft 2 replay of Brokensmile, the red Zerg down at the bottom left corner of this map. I think it's called Typhon Peaks, but I can't quite remember. And at the top left corner, playing as the blue Protoss, we have Random. And this is going to be one exciting game. I haven't cast any StarCraft 2 games in a while. And he's sending off the Overlord to the far right corner towards this starting location over here. Pretty standard for Zergs to do that. And each player has sent out their first scout right now. There's nothing out of the ordinary going on in this game right now. The typical make an extractor, then make some units and explode the extractor, because this is typical, very typical for Zerg. As Zerg morph all their structures from workers, if you make a structure, you lose a supply count, and then you can start make another unit, and then cancel the structure and tell that worker to go back to work, and you will get one additional unit. I think you get what I mean, and that is no news at all, really. People have been doing that for a long time. It's just that I don't really have anything to talk about right now because it's so early in the game. And here goes the expansion for the Zerg. It's before the pool, so he's not going to do any early harassments or anything like that. Nor does he expect Random to be doing any early attacks on this expansion. And Random is doing the usual block with the gateway and the cybernetics core, leaving only one small little choke open here where about just one unit can get past. I know only one Zealot can get past, and it will block any kind of Zergling sneak by that Brokensmile could possibly try. They have their scouts in each other's bases, and they can't really keep anything hidden from each other right now. He has just set his probe to patrol here, and he sees the spawning pool and he sees the extractor. If he wanted to hide that he's getting the gas, he could have made it down here, but I'm not sure if that would have made any difference in the long run. Depends how gas intensive game you're going for. And Random got his Zealot out, and Brokensmile is retreating with his drone from Random's base. I don't think he should have had to done that. Usually players try to keep the scout inside of their opponent's base for as long as possible. And if you get really good at controlling your scout, you can keep it in your opponent's base until they get their stock out. But he's going for a sentry, so he can force field the ramp and prevent any Zerglings from moving by for a lot longer than usually. He's down with his Zealot in Brokensmile's base, and he's seeing pretty much everything, I guess. He has seen the expansion is up, he has seen the queens, and he has seen the Zerglings. And he doesn't want to engage that queen. I'm not sure who would have won in a 1 versus 1 battle, but I think the queen would have won that fight. So, but here comes the Zerglings, and they are pissed at this Zealot for punching at their queen. And after taking one Zergling down, he goes down himself. He made a pylon back here, so I'm guessing he is going to hide some sort of tech later on in the game, as Brokensmile did not see that pylon being made. Otherwise, I see I don't see much out of the ordinary here yet. The expansion has gone down, and here comes a few Zerglings, probably just going to scout out and see if they can do some sort of harassment. And as soon as they see the sentries, they retreat. And they are taken out without the sentries breaking a sweat. If sentries now can break a sweat, I'm not quite sure about that. Roach tech is on the way, as well as the lair, which is the second level tech for Zerg, which will unlock Mutalisks, Infestors, so there's a lot of potential builds he could go for at this point. Though since he made a Roach Warren, I don't think Roach Warren is needed unless you want Roaches. But he isn't making any Roaches at this time. He's upgrading Zergling speed as well as making more Zerglings. The expansion is well saturated as well, and he's getting that third gas. And I almost missed this, he's doing a second expansion at the sort of a second expansion area for the player that would spawn in this position. Random is still at 2 bases, and he only have 2 gazers. I'm not sure what he's going for right now, but he has a lot of gas, so I guess he don't need it that much. The robotics facility is on the way, and he made a Phoenix illusion here to scout out on the Zerg player, and illusions take a lot more damage than regular units does, so he probably has figured out by the damage this illusion took from the queens that it's not a real Phoenix. Now we have a lot of Roaches on the way, as well as melee damage level 1 for the Zerg player. Now Random is getting damage upgrade as well. He probably saw that, or actually I'm not sure if he saw all these Roaches before that hallucination Phoenix disappeared, but he is chronobursting out the Immortals here, so I'm fairly sure he realized that the Zerg is going for a Roach heavy build. He has some nice creep going on here as well. Something a lot of players also try to do against Zerg is that they try to stop the creep from spreading too much. So, but he'll probably wait until he has a observer out and a strong enough force for him to feel safe to push out, and then he will destroy any creep tumor along the way as he go. Another Phoenix on the way here. And he has now seen the infestation pit. So he now realizes that the Zerg player is going for infestors. I'm not sure if he realized. If you look carefully on the animation of the infestation pit, you can see that he is upgrading something at it. So he probably knows that the Zerg player has invested in infestors and probably get them. And now he's pushing out. He doesn't have the observer yet, but he decided to push out anyway. Since he doesn't have observers, he won't be able to kill these creep tumors. And I'm not sure what he exactly is trying to do here. He pulled away again as soon as he saw these spine crawlers, but here it comes again. Tries to shoot down these spine crawlers and use the force field to prevent the Zerglings from doing a surround of these units. But the infestors are out and they do the weird triangle growth here to prevent these units from escaping, and they are taking out. And only these 6 guys got away, and I bet they are really, really scared right now from this huge, massive Zerg army of roaches and infestors and a couple of Zerglings. Second expansion going down for random as well, but the Zerg players getting a third expansion, and this is very crucial for Zerg players to always be ahead of expansions and of income, though the income is fairly similar here. The Zerg player is ahead slightly in gas, but I would say they are about equal on minerals. And now we have this Zerg player punching down these rocks here. I'm not sure if Random is spotting this. He doesn't see anything on the minimap, but if he would look here, he could see that the rocks is being pounded to hell. And here comes the Zerglings. They are focused firing the Nexus, and now he has bounded. The air got cancelled. The pylon is taken out, and this means that Random is going to fall behind in the income if the Zerg player keeps him away from getting that expansion up, while at the same time he gets his own expansion up. More Zerglings coming to reinforce here. The probe is trying to make a new base over here, but the Overlord will not absolutely see it. And here's a small battle going on, or a huge battle rather. More Fagner groups going out, more first middles going out to prevent the Zerglings from surrounding these units. This does. The Protoss army is severely outnumbered, but the Zerg forces are pulling back. This is a rather small choke to be battling on for the Zerg player, and as a Zerg player you really want to utilize the maps where you can surround your enemy. I think that he could have done a lot more successful attack by moving some units from this ramp and some units from over here, and hopefully he could have done a surround on the Protoss player. I don't see why all these Overlords in here is going to drop off in supply, but I guess he is making them and queuing down creep to prevent the Protoss base from going up. I guess that's really what he wanted to do, but personally I would have just left one Overlord here to spew creep. But as I was saying about this area here, where I think the Zerg could have been a lot more successful if he came from 2 directions and tried to surround the Protoss army. What the Protoss army would have had done to counter that would have been to pull back to his base, where he has these narrow chokes between his pylons and the minerals and the edge. Though I'm not sure if he's moving out now again. He isn't spotting all these infestors here because he still doesn't have an observer, and burrowed units doesn't shimmer in the air as cloaked units do, so these are going to pass by unnoticed. I quickly saw that there was a huge he put rally point up here, so I'm not sure where these are going. They could be going to try and harass this second expansion some more, or they could take this long way around and try to do something to either this expansion or this forces here. And whoa, that's a lot of infested Terrans, and they are not focusing fire on anything right now. Now he told them to focus fire on the Nexus, and the Nexus is going to go down again. There he got cancelled. You can see that he got 300 minerals back. These infested Terrans are not that much of a big match for these cannons. The one cannon got taken out, and he will have to rebuild this expansion again. And now he has an observer, so I'm thinking he's moving around with this observer to search for these infestors. He has some forces on patrol up here keep an eye out for them. Another expansion for the Zerg is going down right here. That's going to mean that he will be again one expansion ahead of the Protoss player if the Protoss player can get this expansion up this time. Though he is already ahead of the Protoss player in both minerals and gas, exactly where he wants to be as a Zerg player. Though I feel that he should be trying to destroy this army of the Protoss a lot more. Here goes another battle. All the roaches are lining up there, and they are moved closer to make all the roaches attack. The zealots are being taken out quickly by these roaches, but it's the immortals that he has to be careful of. They are the counter unit for roaches, and there's also a lot of Archons here. I'm not sure if I've seen this many Archons at one time before. Usually Protoss players do High Templars, which are Side Storm, and first after they have used that Side Storm they work into Archons. All these units just got Fungal Growth, and there's another battle going on. The Zerg player is not able to hold this back. I don't think he is. There's a lot of immortals here, and they are so powerful against this combination of Zerg units. Though, as I was saying, something that a lot of Protoss players do is that they use the High Templars, Side Storm, or Fedback on energy-based units like the Infestors or Ghosts, and then when they have no energy left, they turn them into Archons. This expansion just got out of these Zergins just standing here wondering, oh, where did the hatchery go? And he's trying to mobilize a last defense here against these big stalkers and immortals. Zergins are the counter towards the immortals, though that few Zergins aren't going to be much of a match for the immortals, and now we got the Broodlords out, which it's a good choice of units against the immortals as well, but trying to kill Stalkers with them, I'm not sure if that was a very good idea. The immortals took out another hatchery, bringing the amount of expansions for the Zerg player down to 2. He just got a third up here, and this one is not saturated yet, and the Protoss' both bases are saturated. And the Zerglings are coming in to reinforce these bases, but I don't think there's much they are going to be able to do against this amount of immortals. One immortal is going down, one went down, a second one is going down, a second immortal goes down. Is there any more immortals going to get down? One is very low on health. Two have lost a lot of health. But they survive. One in the red and the other in the yellow. And here's a lot of drones that he could potentially take out, but I don't think he saw them. Now takes out the last still standing expansion of the Zerg player. And this is a huge force of zealots and stalkers. I don't think this Zerg player has any chance at all whatsoever in this game. If you look at the army count here, the Protoss player is 3 times ahead of the Zerg player in supply count. No, there's no way the Zerg player is going to win this, and there's a GG. This is Mr. Unknown Entity, and I thank you for watching. One thing I should be adding, I'm sorry I haven't done any StarCraft 2 casts in a while. People complain about my sound quality, but with this new sound equipment that you might hear that I have gotten, I'm hoping to do a lot more StarCraft casts, and that as time progresses and I get to do more casts, my skills in casting will also improve, I hope. So that's it for me this time, and I hope you enjoyed this replay. See you next time.